Alright, let's talk about a question on a lot of minds right now. What is Iran's next step? Here's the thing, 2024 was a wild year for Iran on the world stage. Tensions with the West, still high, nuclear talks, pretty much frozen. And then you've got regional rivalries heating up, especially with Israel and Saudi Arabia. So, if you're wondering what's next for Iran, it's useful to break it down along a quick timeline. First off, let's talk politics inside Iran. Hardliners are in control, especially after the passing of President Raisi in May 2024. That means the country's leadership is doubling down on a tough foreign policy. They're not in the mood to compromise, at least not in public. Next, the nuclear issue. Iran's been steadily boosting its uranium enrichment since 2018, ever since the US left the nuclear deal. Right now, Iran's closer than ever to weapons-grade levels. But, and this is important, they haven't crossed that final red line. Why? Because doing so could trigger a military response from the US or Israel. For now, Iran's strategy is maximum leverage, pushing just far enough to keep everyone nervous, but not so far that they spark a war. Now the region. After that dramatic exchange of missile strikes with Israel earlier in 2024, Iran's sending a signal, it's willing to fight back if attacked, but it doesn't want a full-scale war. Instead, they're ramping up support for militias and proxy groups in places like Lebanon, Syria, and Yemen. It's a shadowy chess game, pressure without open conflict. Economically, things aren't great. Sanctions are biting hard, inflation is up, and ordinary Iranians are feeling the pain. That means the government is under pressure to show strength abroad, but also needs to avoid pushing the country over the edge at home. So, what's Iran's next move? Here's my take, expect a mix of bold gestures and careful restraint. Iran will keep enriching uranium and flexing its muscles in the region, but probably stop short of direct war. They'll look for openings to negotiate with Europe or regional rivals, if the price is right. And all the while, they'll be watching the US elections and waiting to see if the next president offers a new deal or ramps up the pressure. In short, Iran's next steps are all about leverage, at home, in the region, and on the world stage. It's a high-stakes balancing act. So stay tuned, because whatever Iran does next, you can bet it'll have ripple effects far beyond its borders.